point of school. Welcome. What is your name? Yakida, live for your face. Let librarian have a direct interaction with you. Tell us what really happened to you.
My friend, the boss, she asked me for all the food to her family. What was going to her family? Since she left me there, she's gone. She never go back for me. And
What?
the people in the place are like, oh man.
So wait, take your own time. Take your time. When she took you there, what time it happened?
So since June.
Since June of this year,
Yeah.
she took you there, and she left without you agreeing that she was going out of the place.
Yeah.
So what been happening to you there while you have been there?
I think people there, oh, young people start like, oh, not the new one, not the oh. Yeah, so on there where are me, my aunts, now, oh, husband,
How old are you?
I'm 17,
And what class you in?
I passed to the door.
So where your parents are before all of
No. Because we eat when you work on VC, I said, you know, be on a piece. So I swear they be joy. I thought, you need to eat a food. So I need to leave while I down with the poor with me.
how you escaped from how you escaped from the area?
The security man. And may help me. I went to here, I feel to here, I slept here, I don't go out. Now, my business will come inside, they get me away. And I said, wow, no, not like ya come my friend lied to me. The map will life in risk. Give me money, they say, you know, go back home, stay young. Came away from me, look now. I stopped to the living time. She has zero. When I explained to the people, and the people help me, get me to the station for me to explain the thing.
So your auntie you're living with, she
more than 45 and get in there. I know they play. Even get in there for music, I don't want to get out to. One can't that was go away.
The fence big?
Big, yeah, room in there. More than 16, I think. You tell you your children, I've been room there. If we're going to can't eat, they didn't want to do the can get you jobs when you refuse. They can get you jobs.
Wow. So there are a lot of people watching you. We see the angle of you being allegedly abused sexually, but you are a student. As a 12th grade student, you just got promoted to 12th grade. Do you still have plans to go back to school?
Yeah. I want to complete my year.
Where your biological parents are, where are they?
I'm not left in the accident at two places in Tigua Village.
The man died through an accident. I hope all of what you're saying, they are truth. Because librarians don't want to get involved in anything that maybe, because what can happen sometimes, some of you might not be the one, but some of you will hide behind these things and get support and just continue to be on the street.
I'm a president. I've been doing myself. I'm a president. I just put in a baby follow. I'm a president.
So you want for people to help you?
And
You
how
want
them was the children stay in the place. Oh, my God, have an accident or have all that day. How them they get children to the place that completely dream. I know who is. Maybe that's why whoever me no cause I ain't help them too. How them
But there's no way someone can contact you because for whatever reason they might have. You don't have phone.
Yes, I was speaking and that a woman like when she came to the station, she said like I didn't go back.
Also, the we're staying with have told you that you lie, you just want to be on the street. That's the reason you should not go back.
Yeah.
So where are you gonna go now from here?
And oh. And oh.
So you want to go back to school?
I won't complete my year.
You want to go back to school? You don't have a living area right now. Your aunt can no longer accept you back in the home. What's the way forward? What do you think that could
Yeah. I won't complete my dream. Yeah. Definitely to them too. The children really help in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night, the times that they upstairs we always really need help. They need help and need help.
This is so are you willing to help and take the police there just in case this is a reality?
Yes. Yes. So they'll anytime ready. I'm ready.
But you don't have phone. So from here, where are you going to be going next? Because maybe the police could contact you, or those, following the live podcast could want to assist you in the process. But how can they reach out to you?
I don't know.
There's no way forward.
But if it there, you need to go to.
So where is, since you came back, have you been able to find Faith who allegedly took you there?
No. me my end up like you I'm no follow because my internet on and living in sea. Yeah, I'm no follow her. I'll come to a just did there. I really know people, you know, as maybe she's doing it because of money business or she's doing it just out here. The people as well.
So while you guys were there, for the length of time you stayed before narrowly escaping, you observed any of your friends lost in a
Tu vois, on les plus à mon péché, on les voit de choses. À tout n'avoir pensé. It's very, very bad. Especially America, I'm talking about it bad. For my situation was doing it because it was school and here for my saying is that the situation don't see the bad.
So you guys being within the compound or you're just being kept in rooms?
Even for when the car when the people in was out, the important God to play out there, so no also to the spirit element. If you appear in the over I have dollar size, I beg you. So you fell on me going on everything, you fell on I asked me then what they bring you here now. Life to go at least be here for us. But they don't know what happened. So now when children lost, all your child lost, they get lost for group. They can be keeping the inside that particular place. They can be keeping it there.
So as we speak now, if you were to escort people to that particular building, you still know the place?
Yes. They don't have when if I say when I was experiencing one for the officer there, and they recognize the area missing, the people missing, go they act. They now go to go ahead. And told them it was fun.
Okay, but there are people willing to help you, but there's no contact, there's no means to even get to you personally, because when these SOS calls are made, it is important that those who to be the beneficiary of the SOS call, they must interact with you directly. Yet there's no phone, there's no way, you know, to actually get in direct contact with you.
See for that familiar to that familiar escape and that and no. Philippines, no, Philippines. Philippines. Just I want to up the heart of people. I want to up. Philippines. Come on.
So meaning you weren't able to walk. All right, so we have a number right now. We're going to make a number available. We're going to make a number available for you all to contact just in case you can aid this girl who is going through this.
0706.
So we are a bit waiting the numbers to contact and help this girl be rescued. There are a lot of you raising concern about why this girl is being interviewed on the live forecast. She has come for assistance. So the numbers 974 again 086 666 974 or 0776 45 62 26 are the numbers you can contact, and you're getting direct contact with her, and so she can seek medical attention as we speak. That is one reason why this interview is being conducted. She needs urgent assistance in seeking medication as we speak, as well as this number is not a number. It is a number that you can reach through and you have access to her, but it is not her number.
Oh yeah. I want to sell out African soldiers. African soldiers to fight for freedom. I want to sell out African soldiers now. African soldiers to fight for freedom. Some are dead and some are living. Those that are dead are still fighting on. Those that are living are still fighting. Shaka Zulu, African soldier. Listen, let's say African soldier. Nambia Shikiwe, African soldier. Kwame Nkrumah, African soldier. Jomo Kenyatta, African soldier. Patrice Lumumba, African soldier. Marcus Garvey, African soldier. Now, from economic hazard, save your people from political nonsense. Save your people from economic rubbish. Oh, save your people from political yabbies. Save Africa from economic jargon.
With a very heavy heart this morning, said before the camera, that of the microphone, listening to the ordeal of a young and promising lady who've been abused sexually, have made us to understand the scores of her friends of her age 17, 15, 16, 18, 20. They all are used as sex tools. People come in, use them, abuse them, and get away. As you listen to the child, the lady is responsible for that, and she have her agents using the same young friends. And at the end of the day, She said they are close to 16 that are in that compound just being misused sexually and abused. So we want to use this because for the government to get a search and seizure warrant, the entire 12th Street down the beach side, all of those fences should be searched. The possibility to get the kids to go and identify that place is available. We will play you the ASAP again so that you get to understand what is happening in our country. With the explanation drug and was being used sexually. And when she died, they took her body on the beach. These are the things that are happening in our country. But our focus is only on politics. These are things that tend to put serious threat to the growth and development of our young friends, our brothers, our sisters, who we refer to as future leaders. Times, these are things that are happening in our community. These are things that are happening in our country. No one is paying attention. This is something that the media, we as media practitioners, should take so serious and go beyond just the explanation to get the relevant authority to act promptly. So we want to use our medium to call on the gender ministry, the Ministry of Justice, and all those relevant authorities to take this matter very serious. So a couple of our young sisters are getting missing, the young kids are getting missing. And what went down to me so painfully she's going through a lot at the moment. But this is the positive show. We will go in depth with this discussion. So as usual, we bring you the flash schedules from the Rivals International Airport. We remind our government and the relevant authorities about things that are happening around us. We we roll out commercials. Getting involved with discussion that matters. That runs up to 10 o'clock. So this morning, specifically, we're going to be looking at key issues. And what is so interesting this morning, we need justice for the younger ones who are misused and abused sexually. And accusing fingers by one of the victims is said to be the compound is on 12th Street down the beach, where young girls are being carried there by their friends. So this is concerning. Hope the Liberia National Police, the Justice Ministry, the Gender Ministry will take siege of the matter. If the need be, you get a search and seizure warrant to go and do a thorough search along the beach on the 12th Street area where the child said the compound is, you should do that. Lives are being destroyed. The little kids are dying. I want to achieve my dreams. Amen. My name is Rufus Divine Khan, and I'm proud to see that this morning with a heavy heart. So as we go through this program, we ask your full participation. And some of the things that we want to highlight this morning has to do with the Painesville we've witnessed and with facts that the restriction that was carried out in the Painesville area concerning the roundabout, where cars shouldn't park along the corridors, a designated area was actually shown to drivers. The signage are all over the place. When it first began, we used to see the PPCC officers line up the route and getting drivers to but as it stands, people are even parking around the roundabouts, all those corridors. This mandate so that our country can be on par with other countries. So we want to call on Mr. That was put in place to give that Painesville roundabout a facelift. We still seeing people gradually coming around that corridors selling. Cars are parking to where they are not to park. The implementation of laws and policies in our country is one of the challenging things. Nima County's representative of District Number 7, Mr. Musa Hassan Belati, frowns on his friends, his colleagues. And he said on his social media handle, and I quote, Liberia's problem is the national legislature. Unless we can change how it is conducted, Liberia will go nowhere. It is a crime scene. What do you make of that? These and many more, we're going to be talking. Welcome to the Positive Show.
African soldier. Basharu, African soldier. Basharu, you be African soldier. Can I count the African soldier? About the Bunde African soldier. African soldier, show your power. Show your power, free your people now. From economic assets, assist your people. From political nonsense. I can tell it from Momo. Hey! I take it all.
You say wetin?
Hey! Yeah. Charge a puppet promotion.
You say wetin?
2-bedroom house.
Wait. I no believe it.
Yeah, oh, man. People winning motorbike, smartphone, TV, soft drink, data, credit, even mobile money every Friday in the draw.
Recharge and bump it. Simply recharge Loonstar airtime or data by scratch card or mobile money bundle to win credit, data, packs of Coca-Cola, smartphones, TVs, motorbikes, and a big one or brand new 2-bedroom house.
Hello, Lena. I shake it.
I've been trying to call you. The rent money say he sent, and I get.
I've been raising a party. I Lena.
MTN.
What is better than free? Nothing. Free is better than 1%. Doing any transaction with MTN mobile money is free. We pay your fees for you. No more adding extra money when you are sending money to friends and family at any agent point. So, join over 1.2 million Liberians doing that transaction on the most trusted, reliable, and #1 mobile money service provider in Liberia, MTN Mobile Money. Dial *156# and start transacting today. Ladies and gentlemen, your famous Yuka Rental Services have bounced back with renewed vigor. Yuka Rental Services offers round-town services as well as out-of-town services with our fully air-conditioned vehicles. Yuka Rental Services have the best drivers in town that can take you anywhere you desire in a relaxed manner. We also have in our fleets several limousines under the Shatta Limousine Services. Our services are good and our prices are affordable. We are located on 10th Street in Cinco in the Technology Building on the land side. For reservation, call these numbers 0880-692184 or 0770-5605. It's a dawn of a new day in broadcasting, and I have got news for you, radio and television stations owners and managers. Expert Communications Consultant is here to solve your equipment installation, contact us today for the following services. We build, install, and do servicing on towers from start to finish. We do a full installation of radio and television equipment. We soundproof and brand radio and television studios of all kinds. We do repairs on radio and television equipment. We do order radio and television equipment as well as spare parts from Italy. The biggest news is we have state-of-the-art solar broadcasting system that uses solar power. So look no further on 10th Street in Cinco, Monrovia, right in the Technology Building. We can be contacted on 231-886-462632 or 231-770-462632 or email us at owusup33@yahoo.com. Expert Communication Consultant, your premier source for professional radio and television installation. Are you looking for a getaway that combines the beauty of nature with luxurious accommodations? Look no further than Woki Farms in Carisburg along the Kakata all with a 20% discount on all of our services. We are open every day from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. And let's not forget about the food. At Woki Farms, we pride ourselves on our farm-to-table dining experience. Enjoy delicious meals made from fresh, locally and international you will leave your worries behind. From cozy cabins to elegant shallow rooms, Woki Farms, where memories are sweet. Whether you are seeking a peaceful retreat or an adventure-filled vacation, we have live band days and every Sunday. So why wait? Plan your vacation or outing with Woki Farms in Carisburg along the Kakata Highway and experience the beauty of nature. Indulge in luxury and create memories for lifetime. For reservation, call us on 0881 248401. From sunrise to sunset, every moment is grand at Woki Farms because we are the ultimate wonderland.
Oh, yes. After that commercial commitment, we're back to talk about the Dave Show here on Love FM 105.1. Too many things happening in our country, too many dramas. But however, we are keen on issues relating to the young people this morning. But firstly, we're going to take our flash juice. And after our flash juice, we bring you the vehicular traffic update. Then we'll move to our talking points. All right. So let's go to the Rivers International Airport where we have arrivals and departures from our international airport. We begin with the first flight. We arrived from Abidjan and touch base at the Rivers International Airport at 2:20 this afternoon. Kenya Airways flight KQ508 from Accra, Ghana will touch base at the Rivers International Airport at 5:40 this evening. Aska Airlines flight KP20 from Accra, Ghana will touch landing on the take you for departures. Air Cote d'Ivoire flight HF729 will depart the Rivers International Airport at 3 p.m. for Conakry. And lastly, for departures, Kenya Airways flight KQ509 will depart the Rivers International Airport at 6:40 for Accra, Ghana. And information featuring the social media and other blogs. Information says a young miss who was traveling to the U.S. collapsed. Young woman, our hearts are out there with you. Let me also use this time to say my deepest condolences to the Kemon family for the loss of Benin Kemon of the Popular Work Ministry. I understand he passed on Tuesday. But his soul and the souls of all faithful departed rest in perfect peace. With that being said, that concludes our We begin with the Bourgeois Island. In terms of the road connectivity in the rural areas, Joseph Soko Conan Jr., our colleague, who is presently in Lofa County, explained his ordeal with the bad road condition and other paths. Actually paved by the government of recent is getting to a deplorable condition, and there's a need that the government act promptly. The Public Work Ministry and those responsible partners of the government in terms of the road connectivity should see reason in doing the needful so our people can have access to road, to bring in our goods and exchange services. All right. So the Bushra Island area, we always in solidarity with you, and we empathize the condition for which you go through in terms of commuting yourself from your residence to go and get ends meet. So that route is traffic prone. So for those of you in the Carwell area and you want to access areas, this is a very good route that you can use so that you have access instead of making your way through Freeport and then you head on to the Japanese Freeway. No, you can be in the Carwell area. All you need to do, drive through Carwell. Carwell going to take you for Deesville. Deesville will take you through Batnasville. Batnasville going to take you to Johnsonville, and Johnsonville going to take you to the Mount Barkley area. But precisely from Johnsonville, you can lead up to the Pub Line, Mount Barkley. These are all areas that are not traffic prone, but know that most of those areas are residential. So your level of speed, the ones who are driving the sand trucks and other big trucks, normally don't take their time, and they have caused several deaths based on their misconduct in terms of driving recklessly. So we say to you, please do all you can to minimize your speed in those residential areas. When that is done, you're going to save lives and even you're going to save yourself, because what is now practiced in Liberia, mob justice is taking center stage. Past time, it was reduced, but what has been seen here now, when these things happen, it leads blaze those cars that get involved into accident. Most especially, we've seen trucks being burned, we've seen buses being burned, and these are things that we need now to do. So to avoid all of those things, please adhere to the safety rules, drive on the very limited speed in residential areas. So the route from that end, those of you in the Bushra Island area, instead of using the main route, all you do pass through the Lockingtown area. Lockingtown going to drive you through. You can use by way of Billyman. You get to the Jamaica Road end and head on. You are on the Japanese Freeway, headed towards other parts, the deeper parts, like the Batnasville, the New Georgia, the Steven Tower, and you just name all of those areas. Drive up a little bit, like you are reaching around the the Simenko area, drive through to Doe Community. Doe Community gonna take you up for the Claratown. Claratown gonna bury you up for the Vata areas. And that in itself, you have covered the toughness in the traffic. Find yourself around the Rabos International Airport Highway. Not much traffic has been experienced along that route, but what caught our attention since yesterday, we noticed that a container truck broke down right while bending into the SD Cooper community. And it is causing serious problem within the traffic movement. So we want to call on the relevant authority, the Liberia National Police, to see reason in getting the NEFO to be implemented. Those vehicles, like the last time one of those container trucks broke down on the Congo Town route, the main Tubman Boulevard, just as soon as you pass an airport in place. And we know that it is raining and our streets are not bright like other countries where you can be from a distance, you see ahead of you. So those trucks or those vehicles that break down on our roads, they are kept there for days. It puts those commuters' lives at risk. Those who use that route, lives at risk, because while you are driving and, for instance, the place is gloomy and sometimes it rains, reckless driver just run anyhow, you bump into those broken down vehicles. So we want to call on the Liberia National Police to see reason in getting the owners of that container truck, because it poses a very serious threat. That container truck placed at the SD Cooper route there, you know that container. And those trucks that even carry these containers, they are not roadworthy. So please, let's do the needful. So for those of you coming from the Rabos International Airport Highway, all you need to do is to drive your way through. When you get around the right to play route, there's a road that leads on your left. That road is called the Peloton area. It takes you through the Congo Town back road behind the Ministry of Health. You can drive your way through and get to the SKD Sports Complex, used by way of the SD Cooper Road. SD Cooper Road gonna take you as far as the main junction connecting with the Tubman Boulevard. And you experience build up in the traffic from the SD Cooper Road as far as the Boulevard Junction. Boulevard Junction gonna take the traffic up to 540. 540 gonna push it up to the Vamuma areas. So at this point in time, from 7 up to 8, 9, sometimes it goes at 10, 11. The traffic is so dense. We have series of congestion within the traffic. So vehicular movement update is very important. That's why we took up the time every detours as well. So for those of you who are in the Painesville area, make sure when you're coming from the Kaka International Airport Highway, drive through the Dupont Road. It's going to take you up for the rehab community. Rehab going to lead you to the Rabos International Airport Highway. That's very simple. You two from that side can use the other route to go to the Painesville areas. So from the SD Cooper Road as far as 9th Street, sometimes it's extremely well morning and evening, making sure that the movement of vehicles are in order and the right things should be done. We see a lot of them during the morning hours. We say kudos to you for your tireless efforts in making sure that the right things are done in the traffic. With that being said, we conclude the update on the vehicular traffic movement. Earlier this morning, we played you a voice, an interview that was done by our colleagues there at Cool FM when this child, age 17, went there to explain her ordeal and have come up with a should 17 said, there is a fence down the 12th Street area, the beach side, that is being used for sexual activities where young friends, young males will take their friends there and deposit them while men go there to have something to do with them. These girls that are at that place, as the kid alleged, are teen use them sexually and going as far as using them in their anus, which of course is very, very, very troubling. And some of the kids, as the little girl explained, some of them have died. One of whom she explained in her testimony and her body was disposed on the beach. We have seen from the beginning of this year onward, a lot of young miss getting missing. Announcement placed out on the radio or on the social media about young miss or young girls getting missing. Let us say to the parents and let us say to you, the young miss, we know that you are happy, you are so energetic, you are in your teens. These are corridors through which, or time through which you get sexually active. So the kinds of friends that you move with, some of your friends have gotten themselves involved into all sorts of things, or because they want to get more money so that they can get their aim and objective met. So they don't care whether the that your children move with, because the world have turned out to be so bad. I'm going to play this as a game so that you listen, for those of you who just joined us. We've been told by this girl that there is a compound down the 12th Street beach side that is being used to abuse young teenagers sexually, and they are kept hostage. What is the justice ministry, the gender ministry? These are things that you shouldn't delay. Make sure to get active in your response, because the little girl said there are lots of her friends there who are in a very bad condition. They are being used morning, afternoon, and night. Because they're in this building, you make the contact. If this person want to have sex with a young child, you go there, you have sex, multiple sex, and then and the Liberia National Police through the Justice Ministry to take prompt action. Let's listen to the voice of this little girl. Then we will bring you to speed with other talking points. All right? It is very sad to have heard this morning what that child was explaining. So we say thanks to our colleagues there at Cool FM for conducting the interview to expose what is happening, you know. And the little girl, she's very eloquent. She said, it's not just about her. God spared her life to come out so that she can reveal what is happening to some of her friends in there. God spared her life so that she can reveal what is happening to some of her friends. So down the Torch Street, those teenagers. So listen to what the child had to say.
Single, the B side, there where they are located, but she's now in the compound of school. Welcome. What is her name? Yakida, lift for your face. Let Liberian have a direct interaction with you. Tell us what really happened to you.
My friend, a boss, she asked me for all the clothes to her family. What work going to her family? She gave me the 7 things down, fresh to the pizza. She gave me, say, oh, I can't come back. She already.
So wait, take your own time. Take your time. When she took you there, what time it happened?
For some June.
Since June of this year,
Yeah.
she took you there, and she left without you agreeing that she was going out of the place.
Yeah.
So what been happening to you there? Why you have been there?
I think people made it there. Minima anas na Philippine husband.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
And what class you in?
I passed to the door.
So where your parents?
What is out there on the speed aligned war? No, la trata di power. People don't want to get young people in the side and you need that not to.
So wait, these people who are at that particular place in Cinco. So it is only that business there to be doing what they did to you and doing it to others.
And my friend tell me there coffee.
So you was living with your auntie, and how you left? Why you left from there?
She tell me they were going for service. That is the one going for service. My ended no work going for service. Since the see the feel out of me.
So you when you came from the place where you been so since you have now come out, let's come to the issue. Is this something you want to ensure that at least maybe the government or the police can go and where the incident occurred? about this? You told the police?
I went to the table and read on survive the people that are playing for me. One police officer they made because now they play me say know the area for the people playing for me and not because I carry money.
So let's understand this. Beside your stomach, which part of your body is being affected so far on this issue? Still at that particular area when these things were happening to them or happening to you as well?
When you play high and they full like I swear I can be just because when you when you work like this, I say you not be on a place, so I swear I can be just. I thought I used to eat a food. So I just to leave while I don't want to go with me.
How you escaped from from the area?
The security man. And may help me. I went to here, I feel to here, I split me, I don't go out. Now, my business will come inside and get me away. And I said, wow, now, no, not like I come, my friend, lied to me. The man put in life in risk. Give me money, they say, you know, go back home, stay young. Came away from me, now. I stopped to the
So your auntie you're living with, she know that you back.
she know about what you say. That you don't be on the street.
But is it true that you're on the street?
No, why you want to know they play when people. But go away.
The fence big?
Big, having like room there. More than 16, having 16 children, having room there. When you can't eat, they didn't want to do the call you from there. And I really happy to say, when they're going out there. When you refuse the party, they can get you jobs. When you refuse, they can get you jobs.
Wow. So there are a lot of people watching you. We see the angle of you being allegedly abused sexually, but you are a student as a 12th grade. Logical parents are, where are they?
My man left me in an accident at two places in Tigua Village.
The man died through an accident. I hope all of what you're saying, they are truth. Because librarians don't want to get involved in anything that maybe, because what can happen sometimes, some of you might not be the one, but some.
I still have a war. You understand? I'm a first time. I have to say, I'm a first time. I've been doing myself. I'm a first time. I just forget that baby follow.
So you want for people to help you?
Yeah, now they be was the children. I know who is. Maybe that's why whoever me not cause I ain't help them too.
But there's no way someone can contact you because people watching you, the issue of the. Also, the we're staying with have told you that you lie, you just want to be on the street. That's the reason you should not go back.
Yeah.
So where are you gonna go now from here?
I don't know.
So you want to go back to school?
Oh, I won't complete my year.
You want to go back to school? You don't have a living area right now. Your aunt can no longer accept you back in the home. What's the way forward? What do you think that could be best for you now to ensure that people
Yeah. Definitely told them to. They trying to really help in the morning, in the afternoon, in the night. 3 times a day. Upstairs we always really need help. They need help and need help.
this is so are you willing to help and take the police there just in case this is but you don't have phone? So from here, where are you going to be going next? Because maybe the police could contact you, or those, following the live podcast could want to assist you in the process. But how can they reach out to you?
I don't know.
There's no way forward.
Only me now forever. Work to fit. Because when I not be on me about the community she eat, maybe she'll be carrying all of people during that time, not be well of it. So the fit there, you need to go to.
So where is, since you came back, have you been able to find Faith, who allegedly took you there?
No, not you fit.
And you know where she is?
Yes.
Where she lives?
She lived for a piano.
And since you came here, I'm not going back to her.
No. Follow her. I'll come to her just there. I really know people, as maybe she's doing it because of money business or doing it just out here. They need to ask us.
So while you guys were there, for the length of time you stayed before narrowly escaping, you observed any of your friends losing their lives through this process?
Yeah. One day, she asked my patient for the Lord. Doing the process, they two on the piece. They two on the piece. I asked my patient when they give her the choice. I think now what was it? Stop. Let's see. Yes. It's very, very bad. That's why the American I'm talking about it bad. For she was doing it because it was free and here for my saying is that the don't see the bad.
So you guys being within the compound, or you're just being kept in rooms?
Even for when the car when the people in was out, the important God to play out there, so it. No, also to the spirit element. If you appear in the over I dollar size, I beg you. So you get fell me going to everything, get fell and I asked me, then what they bring you here now? They begging me what they bring you inside here. I asked that way. I happy.
So the way you explain, you're not a friend?
I fell out the to go at least be here for them. But they don't know what happened. So now when children lost, all your child lost again.
Escort people to that particular building, you still know the place?
Yes. They don't have wins to fast here when I was experiencing one for the officer there. And they recognize the area missing, the missing, what they have. They now put out the work and rest the woman doing the thing and they want to get it. But I won't pay.
Okay. But there are people willing to help you, but there's no contact, there's no the SOS call, they must interact with you directly. Yet there's no phone, there's no way, to actually get in direct contact with you.
You listen to the chart. It's so disheartening. So let us weigh in on this, what you make of what is happening. You listen to the child explaining her ordeal, and she said there are lots of her friends in there. The government of Liberia, the gender ministry, justice ministry. Here is a case. 0778-665-073. 0778-665-073. 0887-105-105 are the numbers to call this morning. There are kids. There are lots of things happening to the young folks around.
I'm S. October. I'm calling from 17th Street, Simcoe.
Let's hear you, my brother.
Thank you for the clip that explain. I don't know if our security apparatus listen to radio in the morning, in the evening, and at night. Because the story of that girl that I'm getting on the clip is sorrowful, and it needs serious and emergency. She continued to say that when she went to Zone 5, even there was a police officer who attested to it that yes, indeed, he knows what is going on. So I think he can use that girl for evidence. And she is saying that she's feeling pain. So I think we need to carry on if the journalist who interviewed, I think the journalist, he did well, but I found small problem with him because he continued to ask one question over and over. They just told him that I don't have phone. To get to me, I don't have phone. He came back again, you don't have phone? They just said, I don't have phone. But I know the area. It is not only for us alone. And thank God has helped me to the security because there are many children that are in there and they are in a dangerous condition. When you the government, thank you very much this morning, brother. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. Let's get to this caller. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, of what I'm hearing from the lecture. But what puzzles me most is that our security apparatus, this girl revelation, the security are listening to it. The Ministry of Gender is listening. God, what are they doing? The religion was very clear. It's not about myself, but my friends that are in there. The religion directed the arrow down to our street on the beach. Oh God, if this was politics, you will see the police director coming to defend. You will see the gender ministry But this has to do with the life of little Liberian girls. Calling on the citizens of 12th Street to take action too. Let them get up. Let the community leaders gather people. Let them get their lectures and let them go to their face and rescue those children out there going to the lecture. Look, I put that lecture in my lecture in the situation of my child.
Oh, yeah.
I have a child that is turning 19 this year. Listening to something happening to a girl at the age of my daughter. Oh, Father God. Discussing the negative government. You will hear information ministry. I'm not calling. But there's a child. There's a little child, a future leader of this country, crying for help. Give me location that this place is on 12th Street, down the beach. All the citizens of 12th Street, if even the government cannot come in, the police cannot come in, your please come in. It is your right, it is your constitutional right to save life. Your please come in today. Gather the community leaders, the chairman of 12th Street. Thank you very much for bringing this out. The Liberian people get to know about what is going on in that particular area. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. What's your name? And you join us somewhere?
This is James Peter. We got calling from 12th Street.
James, let's hear you.
Okay, I want to ask the lady a question. What are when the incident took place? What are our parents ever reported the case to the police?
The girl said living with her auntie, and a day came, one of her friends asked that she take her to come back. Since June, the friend carried her there. The friend esconded the scene. She been there June. It was lately a day or two ago, this September, she got released by the help of the security who mines the fence. So that's how she went Pinsville. Explain her ordeal. And she said they started making fun of her. And one of the police officers, while she was explaining her ordeal, the police officer identified the place and said they went there once. And the lady who is carrying on this act, collecting these young girls and just keeping them in that fence, getting men to go and use them and abuse them, the policeman said, according to the little girl, the folks that went to raid the area, they were given finances and they absconded the scene. And since then, there have not been any arrest made. The girl cannot go back to the auntie who she was living with. So these are things that we thought to bring to their attention.
Philippines.
So meaning you weren't able to walk. All right, so you can aid this girl who is going through this.
0706. Ready?
A bit waiting the numbers to contact and help this girl be rescued. There are a lot of you.
So let's get back to the telephone line and take this call. We never mind. Say never mind
Yeah.
for the break. Hello.
Good morning. Yeah, good morning, my dear brother.
Morning.
Yeah, my name is James Perry calling from the CDC in the letter response unit.
Yes, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the topic of the discussion. We are doing a Liberian National Police. Listen, we are ready to move on Scotch Street and take any action against these people who are treating.
Everything on popularity in the thing, and I've told you times without numbers. Address leaders in a respectable manner. Let us not be doing this. Come on. Good morning.
Good morning. You know, I have only lamb.
Yeah, sorry, we had to.
You know that another question I want to ask: what are is that an NTA? And the only parents you have in Liberia, no more parents.
We pledge. Oh yes, I'm going to take care of your child. Say my relative daughter die, or say my relative die, I will take care of the daughter. I will take care of the, and at the end of the day, these children are misused and abused. So this is now, it is far beyond that now. What we should be focused on here is to get those perpetrators to justice and to relieve the other kids that are still in custody with those individuals.
Okay. The narrative is that actually you, the person who carried her to that particular place, area, I mean the leader had to PP and also they can go there and get that person.
This is not only about media. That's why we're using this medium to call on the relevant authority. The child is willing.
I know that the police has go, but I want for the media to be with them to, I mean, to judge and everything that will be going on there.
My brother, thank you so much for your participation.
Thank you too.
Good morning.
Yeah.
How are you? What's your name? And you join us from where?
Yeah. Thank you, my fellow. I'm back on the line again. The issue there is a trouble. The issue is that it is not the issue of finding family member of that girl now. Someone can be in the water and they are drowning and you put slap on their back. You don't do that. The action, that's what we are saying. If that little girl is settled, then he can go about now to say, who are your relatives? Who are this? Who are this? But the girl is saying, I don't able to say I'm this, I'm that. So please, let us leave politics out of this issue. It's a serious issue. That's not everything we will carry politics to. It is not Bwaka who took her there. She said that her friend took her there. Her friend is not working with Bwaka. So please, let me politics out of it and find a solution to see how well the police can get there or call on the community dwellers to the chimney.
Okay, my brother. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I must go.
This
first thing first, I think first A should be taking this very serious measure this morning, or even yesterday, or the two that it happened. I think should be maybe taken to a hospital or check out, and then later on the body can do the follow-up. But I listened to a federal call from 12th Street. The question you were asking wasn't relevant to what the little.
I'm telling you, my brother.
You're not to help. The child needs help. Then you're asking the mom where the man died.
Think about it, since June, that child.
Yeah.
So from June to September, you know what you're talking about there?
It's a very long time.
Strange men having a child like that, not just through her private part, but using her in her anus and all.
Yes.
Then you tell mom.
From action on that place because somebody from the LMP have identified that place does exist. That means it also justify what I can say is she's right. She's not. It is not a made up story.
Oh yeah.
It's not a made up story. She has seen just justify exactly what is going on. That man is in the know. That means her statement have proof. The body had to move in, find a place to handle it, get see it, and put that error on a medication.
And the worst thing about it, the child said she's not just alone. She's just one person who, by the special grace of God, was who esconded the scene to come and expose what is happening to some of her friends there.
And listen.
You can call 077-866-5073. One of these lines have problem to try to reconnect. Let's get this caller. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. What's your name and you join us from where?
My name is Aliyu Patikomai, Mempiki family.
Man, Pekin, let's hear you, my brother.
I heard a lady early morning and then I'm really felt sorry for her, to be honest. People not paying attention to her at all. You see, that was someone who always say thanks to your media because you're really doing well for us in this country. Because every media were not there, many legal stay feeling, but I hope the civil society, the Human Rights Commission are only listening to the show to take seize of the matter. Because they get a lot of legal since June, July, August. Now in September, I get bench in that kind of suffering, and then so I need to be able to pay attention to her. I'm really feeling bad, man. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Good morning. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
What's your name and you join us from where?
Yeah, my name is Maurice Pisido, calling for Kesari Boulevard.
Maurice, let's hear you.
Yeah, I'm so frustrated this morning, feeling bad about the celebration concerning that girl. This is a time where our certificate has to come in immediately and pay attention to that girl. I believe that people, our people, like our government officials, everybody to come in now. Those who have feelings or children to come in and rescue that girl. First of all, she again to go to hospital. See her best, she come over, to be dressed. So from there, the police will go there now, not a delay, but will go there and see what is going on there through the media. They have the best of everything. I beg you, be with them. Let's take care of them, please. Because I guess going seriously, send June. Provide for security. It's time now our people now will come in. The politicians
If I point to the money, la hausse, and after will be packed the money, will be calling, but I know they're calling, listening, they're calling. They listening, they're not calling, they get time to call. But if I point to the money after before, if I back out, so we are both they come to call and defend each other. See, it's time for the call and they get call. So thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay.
Let's hear you. Come again. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
That little child is in a serious pain. Now there's a solution that need to be applied. What are those solutions? One, she needs to be at the hospital. Two, the corporate need to account for the situation. But what the problem here is, the credibility of our police has lost. It's for government to step in.
Oh, yeah.
For government to step in. Sad to say, the reason why you will see majority of those top government officials not being involved because they are involved with similar situation. So they are happy to molest little ones for their own pleasure. So you will see they will pay a deaf ear to it. But that's why the media is there to carry out their awareness. So
That's a fun one. So I will try to get our colleague from have been used in her honors, and this is not a child's play. And moreover, she's not just alone. If she can come out and explain her ordeal, her friends down there, some of them, she said, even one of her friends died, and the body was strewn on the beach down 12th Street. Good morning.
Good morning, my brother Rufus Different Cannon.
Yes, sir.
I need to Josiah Small for me from the Commodore Peace Island. Commodore call 540.
Small, let's hear you.
You know, Rufus, I listen to that little child, listen to the clip, I listen to why you playing. You know, put it in your shoe. So you are another person, but put it in your shoe, say, if nothing happened, my child, or if it were me. Then somebody want to politicize. We discussing somebody's lives. With what you went through. With all the things, men, bring them into her. What we should be discussing and asking the government, calling on people, that lady be in the hospital. This is gender issue now. If they are listening, let them try to find a little child now. Let the general ministry come in, put the police, so they can find new perpetrators that did it to that little child. That's what we all should be calling on now. We should put it in our shoes. You know, someone said this now. They really need to rescue her life. That perpetrators be brought to justice, to book, to account for what they have done to that little child. That's what we all should be calling for. So I'm calling on the general ministry. Minister Benny, please, if you're listening to Love FM, please step in quickly so that we can find the fights, we can find the doer, and the legal life can be saved.
Zero 887-105-105 are the numbers to call this morning. Let's find remedy in getting this child life saved and all others that are still in the possession of those wicked ones. The Lord child said, come on. They are in the numbers. Close to 16 young kids just been used as sex tools down the 12th Street area, the beach side, in a compound. Good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Yes, sir.
My name is Delano Benson. I'm calling from Matadi. Thank you for the information this morning. You know, telling the lady saying that, oh, and you got phone, you got this, you did this, and put it in your shoe. You got a child too, at that age. You found a solution and see how best to get other people listening. Yeah, other people listening and feeling the pain for that little child. And you know, it's not positive thing like other guy who call from CDC camp. It's not a positive. But Joseph got take her there.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm joining my chicken factory.
Let's hear you, my brother.
What I want to see is the girl is in pain right now. I want the government to do all necessary things to get to the scene and get it to arrested. So I think that would be the first thing to do. Because now everybody is speaking. Nobody is there to go on the scene and find out if it is true. So what the government need to do is to get on the scene and get it to arrested, then they can do further investigation. So thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so kindly. 0778-665-073, 0887. Available. So let's get to hear from you. Let's get to this one. Good morning.
Good morning, my dear.
Yes, sir.
I do join you from Florida.
Let's hear you, my brother.
It's time for it to be published because those guys who really and Senko, the government need to fight. The rape cases is getting higher on a daily basis. You getting?
Good morning.
Yeah.
Your name and you join us from where?
Hello?
Good morning. Your name and you join us from where?
Thank you for because quick topic like this, my brother said. I'll lay now on my bed. What I'll play immediately. I take my phone, put on recording. I lay rest of the video. Because at least so I see here, my brother. I see pain. I see leg pain. Too much. Very bad. So, all our things, the Lord job for all our government now. Please,
Yeah, the police are just been contacted. The police are doing all necessary things to put this under control. I just been contacted, so we're trying to make all efforts through the Liberia National Police. So I'm going to play. They have the number announced. Put everything under control. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
raising concern
Ready?
the numbers to contact and help this girl be rescued. There are a lot of you raising concern about why this girl is being interviewed on the live podcast. She has come for assistance. Six 974 again 086 666 974 or 0776 45 62 26 are the numbers you can contact, and you're getting direct contact with her, and so she can seek medical attention as we speak. The 6 are the numbers you can contact, and you're getting direct contact with her, and so she can seek medical attention as we speak. That is
Morning.
How are you? What's your name and Jonathan?
This, I called the Women and Children Protection head and I asked what's going on. So she told me the girl is currently with the Ministry of Gender, which they are the custodians to take charge of the survivor. And then we do the investigation. I'm so sorry. I apologize, to the child. Is the rape are working to see how best we can help the situation. But we'll go there today. I'm going to go there today to the survivor. We have to move in steps. We can't just, rush over there and we have to, when these things are reported, usually the perpetrators, they abscond, they run away, and the survivors are left to suffer.
Okay. Thank you so much for the intervention and the information you've provided.
Hello?
Yeah?
It's very sad. What?
That's what I told him.
Yes. It's not rape, it's not political. It can happen to anybody. So when it happens, all of the actors will try to get together and see how best we can help the survivor and apprehend the perpetrator. Thank you very much for your interview with the survivor. This helps us to do our work.
Thank you so much. It was one of our colleagues. Thank you so much. From Cool FM, who did that interview. So, all this all because these are things that do happen, and at the end of the day, people are victim of the circumstances. So this is on us as parents. When you see your child mingling up with another child, it is on you to know a friend who asked her to accompany her to a place, and at the end of the day, their friend took her from Wappingsville, brought her on 12th Street, and while they were waiting until September before this child, by the grace of God, through the security, she esconded that place. So they enter now. This is not just an it's a real organized crime. I may put it from all indication, because if this entity of all person will put this child out, the child said she was molested because this friend who told her there deposited her and not giving her so the child shouldn't go back to the family, shouldn't go back to the house, putting that child in harm's way, knowing very well what that child have gone through, the ordeal the child have explained. And he said the child shouldn't, come on, that entity need to be arrested, the friend need to be arrested, and then they start to search for the perpetrators. Because the little child said she was taken to the place, and she's not just alone. There are several of them. Even in the same act, one of her friends have died. The little girl did not come true. So her body was thrown on the beach. That's why you see some of the deaths, you see bodies all over the place. These are things that happen overnight. So you parents, and you the younger ones who are too hype, you see a little breast coming on your chest, you won't follow friends. Some of your friends, they are all into a lot of things. So they say, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. Breast a lot of you have gotten involved into drug intake. My friend, you must get around somebody who will bring out the best out in you. And you, the parents, you must play your that child's parent. Get to know the history of that child, because that child may be a wayward child. Getting to take your child attention from home and place her in the street like she is. So there are lots of things. You talk about peer pressure. There are lots of things. So we want to call on the gender ministry. We need to be proactive in our approaches. There are times in which you just see young folks during the evening hours. Let me get you to understand. Maybe some of these things you people don't know. That's why we are working collaboratively. The media and those institutions that are relevant to other things that has to do with the growth and development of our country. I have seen time with the gathering of young folks. On Sundays, go to the Congo Town Park. Gather themselves in groups. And one of those days, I took up the time I drove and parked. They have these groupings. And these kids have gotten themselves involved into cults. This other group identify the group members. They will gather themselves, both male and female. These kids will start to do things, and at the end of the day, some of those who are heading them in those groups, they are drug users. Some of them, they are criminals. So your child leaves, hello, we're coming right here, mama. You don't do a follow-up on that child. That child have joined a group. Oh, my child, and you're going with your friend. They walk right down here. Some of these children leave the bourgeois island. You see them, they come way in Congo town. And the last time I ever sat on this radio and I emphasized, there is this is one of the areas where the young people, the intent of that gathering may be good. But what is happening now with the gathering is beyond what the organizers within themselves thought. You will see the young people will gather themselves. Themselves involved into lesbianism, go to the gathering. You won't see young boys and girls who are already in so it is on the gender ministry. And sports. You can transform that gathering to something that will build the minds of the young people. You have so many young people who are talented. You have so many young people who have skills. That gathering can be transformed into an educative setting where young people will gather. If you have interest in music, those who have idea in music will get it, just like a symposium or so. Teach them how to go about their music career. Those who are interested in arts and craft, go there. If you go to the gathering, you say, now, at the gathering, beverages, alcoholic beverages are sold to teenagers. At the gathering, the opium is smoked in the open. You see the picking and small, they just get a one of the gatherings that was held at the Era supermarket in there, a foreign friend of mine came into this country, and I was home after work. I went home while relaxing that Sunday. My friend called me, Divine, where are you? I said, I'm home. He said, come and see, because what is happening in your country, this is something that have been copied, and we do it in our country. My friend is from Togo. So I drove and came to the gathering, and my friend started to explain to me, say, the gathering, it is also named the gathering on that side. It's a festival for young people. Say, it is used to showcase the talents of young folks you know about home economics, you just all those kinds of good things that will build the minds of the young people. You have institutions sponsoring that gathering of the young people. But in Liberia, she said, come on, I'm seeing young boys, 10, 15, 17, smoking. Is that how you do it here? I said, just opposite the era area there, that guest house on that the entire Vamuma end is congested. You find the young people in pockets of gathering all over the place. Some of them will not even go to the main event. They'll be all in the communities, in the groups, the courts groups, having their conversations. And blessing it for her, she saw the young guys in the little corner taking in the substance. That's why she said, prompted her call. And when we went, we saw even the younger, you can say your child fan by my child, but you can't say my child group by your child. Some of your children, they go to their friends' homes. They buy these short clothes. They leave it at their friends' homes. And then they dress like Mauritanian more in for you. As soon as you allow them leave your presence, they go to their friend's place and change. They are now smoking shisha. I know how you call it, shisha. So we want to call on the relevant authority, Ministry of Youth and Sports, the Gender Ministry, and the Justice Ministry. I've said this time with our numbers. Please to get our young people doing positive things and not to get involved with this thing that they are not doing. Because mind you, when you get at the gathering, there are lots of illicit things that you see. And when it gets late, the children don't care. They have illicit sex all in the corners. Kids, I'm not talking about elderly ones. Kids between the ages 15, 17, 18, they are having real illicit sex in the open. They don't care. And this is a serious issue that has to do with our young people. Pay keen attention to, because if care is not given, the gathering will be a hub for abusing the minds of the young people. The gathering will be the hub for getting our young people involved into crimes, because criminals go among them and spare out the message. And you see the case, they're all in a cotton suits. They get different clothes that they can wear to identify the group members. They get signs. So it is on us as parents. As we pray for our children, let us use the physical means and getting to know who they are associating themselves with. School is about to open. Some schools are already open. These kids will pretend to you and I'll let the go in class. They will leave the campus and follow their friends to the ghettos. And some of these friends, they take along with them the pipe. Yeah, God. They'll take a little small, this small pipe, the transistor. I don't know if some of you know the transistor that can be in a radio or in these electronic appliances. It got a the people that can smoke will put their little snort antenna into smoke. What they used to call it a pipe, right? The guys will take that transistor, bore hole in the transistor, shove the pipe in it, and then they put the substance over it and let it. So while that substance is being burned, they be hauling it. Are full runners and partakers of these things. We need to calm down on these young folks, or else, as a nation, in the few years to come, we will have bulk of criminals. We will have not youthful and inspiring young people again, but bulk of them will be part of the criminal gang. To the extent, at the gallery, you have some of these guys who go about jacking people. They carry all sort of bad weapons. So if you are moving and you wear dresser, you got a good sneakers and something like that, they harm you and take away those things. So we want to use this medium. As a media institution, our arms are open. We want to see a better Liberia. That's why in our public space, you want to politicize it. No, it is about you and I. What can you do to transform or change the narratives? Your brother today is, oh no, my brother can smoke or my daughter can smoke. Moment before you made up your mind, that child will start to do things out of the way, and he or she will leave the home. Sometimes they may not have the second chance to get involved with crimes, and they will leave right there. So we need to take actions call them to meeting. And the idea is good, but the way in which it's run is where the problem is, because there's no restriction. There's nothing of education to educate the young people. You're selling beverages to young people below the ages. What is educative about the gathering? So and she made us to understand that the Justice Ministry, the Gender Ministry is in full control, and the Justice Ministry is going to take prompt actions in bringing the perpetrator to justice. We are so glad that this is being taken care of. And I also had a phone call from the police spokesperson in person of Madam Cecilia Clark, who also was very curious in getting to know where the child was. And she did a follow-up. And we appreciate all of us who have the concern to this matter. So 0887-105-105. Are the numbers to call this morning and form part of the positive show. You listen to all of what we've been saying. You listen to the audio of that child. So it is on you. The urge is on you as parents to keep watchful eyes on your child or your children. Your children are going wayward because of their association. You are too lenient with the children, not following up on their association. Who are they associating themselves with? That's one thing I used to give my late mom credit. Who the parents of this child is. If you notice that the parent of this child is not instilling discipline in that child, she made it plain that I should disassociate myself. And these hold the morals of the society, and we make sure to do the things that people will be proud of us and not to shy away from us. Because when you get yourself involved into criminal acts, when you get yourself involved into drug intake, who want to identify with you? Even your family won't love to identify with you. People love to identify with people who are involved into positive things. I say to you, my young friends, it is so sad that you will get yourself involved into things, and at the moment to make the decision that's going to transform your life. I listened to one of those disadvantaged youths. He said, I'm looking for his star. Okay. Coast to Liberia. Listen to him.
Yeah. When the other men speak to the Bible want to stop. You want to stop the other men. The men gosh here. For me, I can speak. I can understand the language. That I learn to speak English in the country. I can try my best. That can't let me change that. I want to know it. That in the country. That I can follow me. My kina. 4 days we spend together. Don't go away, man. Go away. I guess in it no more. My heart. What we gonna do? That can. That don't want on gather me speak. I brought some clear minute. They were speaking French. Quand on est à Berlin, il n'était pas. Yeah, on va dire, à ce moment-là, Nana est allé. Nana, les mains, il est allé. D'accord, yeah, d'accord. Les mains, c'était tourné la US de Kinché. On s'est dit, les Boka, les Ouhapi. Yeah, les Bioma, Oman. Yeah, les Bioma, Oman. When work, will be happy, my Oman. Yeah, my dad, you gotta go here, get back. When I go here, get back, I will the people in Rizal, Medasti. Do Medasti work in plan to go Italy. Instead, we're more in Guinea. So I must say, I already what to do. And I follow bad friend when I lie to you. They have it in today, my heart money. My mother brought me to do something in life. God said everybody to do something in life. But I don't really know what I put myself in today. Hello. Money. What I really put myself in, so my mother brought me to be a loser. So you want to leave the team? For us to be, I really want to leave it. I want to go back with that. When I get 45, 44 dollars. So somebody come to take it for you right now. I will go. The monopoly money in my hand. Let it people in the union man. Boss man. I swear to God. My mother not bomb me to be the loser. All of that in the barrier. Boss everybody will stay. Smoke in your hand when you play. You say that was smoking. Once you in your hand, that demon can just get in you. Tell them when the charm or something, they can just get in you. You'll be running coming.
So you see demon behind the whole job in it. Demon behind.
My heart can be telling me. Tomorrow, I'll let you. My brother focusing tomorrow. How do you tell me to be? Who will respect you when I do nothing left? Who will value you? Now I'm going to pin your map on you. All that thing that you are doing for all that there. Tomorrow when they become old, for all the pay that who not there. There are a couple of my stupid people. When I see some brown can be a value, they might be not you. Is that your heart? Your heart. God gave everybody fast is correct. But it won't lead you to put in use. Level is very simple that you can make it happen yourself. Level is simple that you can make it happen yourself. And I know what kind of habit I put myself in the court job. When I do get in you, I care 100% value, eh? When I do get you get that money, you can. Your heart. Your heart. But I get 10,000 more because value you'll never leave it. Thank you much for watching it.
Wow, you listen to him. You listen to him. This is very serious. This is very, very serious. And we're playing fun. And at the end of the day, the future leaders of our country, the future leaders, each one bring one. And at the final analysis, your sister who weren't part of it because she's associating with a boyfriend who has ghettos. The brother who is not involved with it because he's teaming up with a girl who is taking in drugs. He will one day take in drugs, and at the end of the day, he become the victim of the circumstances. Let us stop politicizing it. Oh, like the Unity Party say, and they say they came to rescue. No. The drug doesn't know. The LP or whatever party it is. So collectively, we can mold the minds of the young people and prevent them from getting involved. You listen to the man. He has trade. He learned trade. But he cannot put that into use because his whole mind is polluted. When money gets in his hands, the first place he actually thinks about is to go to the ghetto. Liberians. Politics is dividing us. Politics is taking away the fabrics of our society and leaving us with lots of unwanted things. Politicians are enriching themselves, taking their children out of here to go and acquire knowledge, while your child is here going the part of your arrest agenda that you emphasize so strongly that you're going to get involved with to relieve our young people from the ghettos and the shackles of the intake of drugs. President Boaka, we are appealing to you. If the need be, you will credit to get the rehabilitation center but what we expect right now is to focus mostly on getting the young people prepared, by getting them from the ghettos. Our legislators, a lot of you, your children are in the ghetto. How do you feel? Taking thousands of dollars, millions of dollars to yourself. And that child who needs education, the funds that should be diverted or allocated for education, health delivery services, you put it for your own personal gains. How do you feel? It comes after you when you think that you have arrived. Your child that you sent overseas to acquire the best of knowledge to come and use the child that you are depriving from having the same quality education, your child will be a wayward child as well in foreign land. And getting your family a good life, what the Liberian people, the ordinary people are struggling. The ordinary people today go to school. Some of us, we are providing knowledge at some schools around here. The classrooms are empty, all because there's no money for the parents to register their children. But you have few crime scene where criminals, as he termed it, in clean clothes are carrying on rampant corruption. Hey, my people, this is about our nation. The money some of you can take to go and do your check out of Ghana. You think when you place money in the health budget to procure those kinds of equipment and pay the you as a senator, they will regard you as a minister, they will regard you as a representative or whoever you may be, whatever title you possess. But if you take up your time, you fly as an ordinary person. So is that how you guys want to be treated? Then when you are not at the helm of power again, then you start creeping down to the same JFK that you deprive of the state-of-the-art equipment. When you have the means to put money in the budget to improve the system, you deny the people and divert it to your personal gains. When you have money, you have the how do you feel when men and women who stand in defense of the country cannot take home, their take-home salary cannot take them home? How do you feel? For gasoline, while the man who stand under the sun and the rain during the night to provide security for the state is taking home 120, 125, 150, 200. When you go to some places, you just put in your pocket, you give it, that's somebody's whole month's salary. How is he going to pay his children's school fees? How is she going to take care of you be proud sitting in for the $5,000 car when you can take $3,000 or $5,000 to buy a portable car that you can use to go to work and divert some of those monies to the developmental agenda of the country. Where is the patriotism? What's the nationalism? Hey, Liberians, our leaders. That's why one comedian said, African leaders will continue to do the things that they do because they have at the back of their mind, when they have power, they leave, they travel, carry money overseas, build mansions. And then when they die, they are brought to their country. Is Africa most of you have your children overseas, attending the Queen's College, the university of this, the university of that. Why you have you to represent them, you deny them of the privileges and rights. Then you sit down there. You allow the children to go to school. There's no enabling environment created for a perfect learning. How do you feel? When your children are getting a 3 square meal a day, while that parent cannot afford a single meal for that child who is seen as a future leader, how can that child develop to become a future leader? Be proud when you get sick to fly outside of like ugly, he doesn't. The money that you take to go to those countries to seek medical attention, if you will put money in the budget, deny yourselves from those kind of too much amenities and divert those fundings to the health sector, the educational sector. These are foundations of the country. You deny them of those rights and privileges. You divert funding to yourself. Then when you're in power, then the same places that you deny those monies, you go in there to seek medical attention. Why can't you go to the France? Why can't you go to the Ghana? Why can't you go to the India? Why run to JFK? Why run to the Redemption? When you had the opportunity to our politicians in Liberia, I just laugh. Anything that is not done properly is not done at all. You have the mind, our friends from the previous government, you had the mind, oh yes, you want to employ Liberians. That was good. But what did you do? Was it done properly? No. You just took them and shop them. You come, that gentleman agreement, come. And some of you who are even given the opportunity to go to those places, you did not think twice to say, people taking our people there from payroll, oh, the people there against Liberians. No. Don't be fooled Don't be at the point to say, oh yeah, that's true, the person talking. When the man thought he was doing the right thing for you, he should have done it the proper way. If you know very well, your intent was to it was not legitimized. So now the system is trying to get in place. Then you say, oh, you see, the high politician looking. Then I had a using your. So some of you who cannot read between lines, you are taking that path to say, oh, yeah. Let us understand in doing the right thing, there are procedures. If I take somebody from you, legitimizing your stay. Yeah. So, for instance, if I'm not here again, what becomes of you? When they start to go through the roster of those who are employed at Love FM, you are not an employee, but what are you doing here? What are you doing here? That people will bring me here. Oh, I did not help you. I put you in harm's way because if I needed to help into some of the conversations, it gets so boring to the extent that people you expect to say the right thing because the yes. Was it legitimate? Did you guide them in the process? No. And then we come to the ruling establishment. Some of you the other people, salary disparity. So you take pride to justify your salary now. Now your salary is lucrative, so you doesn't no care for it, no man. I mean, I'm enjoying it. What was not right yesterday should not be right today, and what was wrong yesterday should be wrong today. Our society is so gullible. So consciously, we need to act. Even at the moment when you look at somebody, you say, hello, the manner and informing hello. So the three that I just portrayed to you, which one is harsh? Hello, hello, hello. So tell me. So that tells you you had intent. Oh yes, we are helping, but your intent was not legitimate. So now the right things are put in place, then you say the people doing when you have the opportunity to do the right thing, you did not do. Now, those who have seen that the right thing needs to be done, let them do. If you have any criticism, you criticize and make recommendation. So a hint or wise is quite sufficient. The one who has ears, let him hear. Many thanks to all of you who form part of police information section. Of course, you are the spokesperson of the Liberia National Police. Thanks so much for reaching out to us. When you listen to the recalling, ministry who also reach out to us and provided information regarding the safety in the web. We appreciate all of you for your participation this morning. Tomorrow morning, the Positive Show returns with Fan Fomba and Martina Tuba. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. I lead and others follow. First among equals, of course, I'm destined for greatness. Like I always leave with you, these words, two things in this life you always be remembered for: the problems you create and the problems you solve. And you must take responsibility of two things in your life: your fortune and that of your misfortune. Because Mahatma Gandhi said, and I quote, "The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing will suffice to solve most of the world's problems," unquote. Before I leave you, let me give you guys are not proactive in the restriction or the orders that were given to maintain the beauty and the civility of the roundabout corridors. Your guys are allowing vehicles to park right in the driveway, allowing vehicles to park or in the corridors there, where a designated area citizens, stop standing to those areas to wait for car. Move to the area that was designated. All of us who can put our hands around to do the positive things. Do not follow the drivers to go and stand to those places that are prohibited. I'll see you when I have the time to talk to you this afternoon on the afternoon conversation. Have yourselves a wonderful and God bless day. Bye-bye.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I want to send out African soldiers. African soldiers to fight for freedom. I want to send out African. Those that are dead are still fighting on. Those that are living are still fighting. Shaka Zulu, African soldier. Listen, let's say African soldier. Nambia Shikiwe, African soldier. Kwame Nkrumah, African. Makoska, be African soldier. African soldier, show your power. Show your power and free your people now. Your people, spend your people, spend them now. From economic hazard, spend your people. From political. From economic jargon,